owning a house means headaches. The list of fix-ups never seems to end. So you open your home to contractors, strangers, trusting they're only there to do a job. That's what the owners of this Wethersfield house did in 1992. Little did they know the headaches had only just begun. They hired 35-year-old Richard Bochetta, a self-employed carpenter. But in between the repairs and remodeling, he sexually assaulted their 15-year-old daughter. This arrest warrant says Bochetta had his partner act as a lookout, then forced the girl down on her bed and made her perform oral sex. Police said he called her for months, asking for sex from her and her younger friends, even when she was hospitalized for an emotional breakdown. Bochetta was convicted of second-degree sexual assault and served 9 months in prison. He's on the state's sex offender registry. And he still has another state registration as a home improvement contractor.
Yeah, well, we're framing here.
We tracked him down working at a house in Cheshire. Working on a story on...
What's this about?
We're working on a story on home contractors who are also convicted sex offenders.
Well, that's not.
How did we discover Bochetta's case? Fox 61 obtained the database of electricians, plumbers, carpenters, and remodelers licensed or registered by the State Department of Consumer Protection. With reporters from the Hartford Courant, we cross-checked that against the database of the state sex offender registry. We quickly found 20 matches, registered sex offenders from child molesters to rapists working as home contractors. But the contractor database is missing lots of crucial information, so there are likely even more. Do you check out their background in terms of criminal record?
We do what the law allows us to do. The law allows us to ask the question.
The question, have you ever been convicted of a felony? It's on applications for contractor licenses and registrations. But of the 20 we looked at, 9 lied. They answered no, even though they were convicted of sexual felonies before they applied. State police had the information all the time. Bochetta is one of those who lied. Can you tell us why you lied on your application for registration? Why did you lie about having a felony record? Why did you lie about being a convicted sex offender?
Did anybody ever ask? Can you call the cops?
Don't you think the state would like to know that you assaulted a girl in a home while you were on a job?
No, I didn't. They do know. It's on the what do you call it? It's on the internet.
It's on the internet, but you lied on your application for your registration, and you're working in people's homes. Don't you think people should know that? You're a state agency. You could probably easily contact the state police and have them run a record check.
Well, first of all, it would be illegal for me to do that. The law allows me, if someone answers the question, yes, to find out the details.
Actually, we later learned there is no law preventing Consumer Protection from running Connecticut record checks on applicants. But agency heads say they have no system or resources in place to do so.
I find that really mystifying that you have a Consumer Protection not doing their job to protect the citizens.
State Representative Jim Amon sponsored the sex offender registry law and promises action in the wake of our discoveries. He says if a home contractor applicant answers no, Consumer Protection should run a check and deny anyone who lied.
Pedophiles aren't the most honest people in the world. They're cunning.
By law, the state cannot turn someone down for a job or license solely because of a prior conviction, but it can deny after considering the nature of the crime and its relationship to the job. This probation warrant says Bochetta ignored orders to find more structured employment where he would not have access to customers' homes and children. Off camera, Bochetta denied he has a problem with children, telling us 15 is a teenager. It has nothing to do with children. His probation is now over. We also found this Shelton plumber, who was convicted of raping a woman he picked up at a strip bar. He was one of the 6 who admitted his felony record.
How could I deny it? It's in the file. I mean, it's in their records.
Based on what information we receive from the licensee or the registrant, we can make a determination as to whether or not we would issue a license or a registration.
But we found in half the cases where the applicants said yes to the felony question, they failed to provide the required written explanation of the crime.
I find this whole story absolutely outrageous.
Stephen Spurrell goes beyond what the state does to check out his employees. He's president of the Home Builders and Remodelers Association of New Haven County and a former cop.
I do my due diligence to know that I'm hiring people, again, that are not going to destroy my 15-year reputation in one act.
Does it go as far as checking criminal backgrounds?
Yes, it does.
You can ask for a list of everyone who will be in your home and pay $25 per record check with state police. But a rap sheet isn't everything. Bochetta didn't have one until he walked into this house.